Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to add a QR code to your design. So for real estate, you might use one of these on a postcard, which is, in my opinion, the best place to use it. Keep in mind that if you're creating social media content and you put a QR code on it, most of the time people are viewing their social media from their cell phones, so they can't scan the QR code that is on your graphic. So instead of using a QR code, it's best to actually put the link in the caption of your post instead of trying to add a QR code. So you can do them on open house flyers or just informational flyers, anything that you're mailing or passing out that's a physical, tangible item. Okay, so let's create a design, and we are going to type in real estate postcard. I'm going to click on this and it will bring me to the right size that I need. And then we can kind of scroll down and just check out the different templates that they have. I am going to use, let's see, I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to apply both pages because postcards are front and back. And you can see the template style right here. That is easily changeable. So I can go back and then make sure you clear your search bar, click on styles, and I have my brand kit right here. If you don't know how to create a brand kit, please reference my other video that discusses how to do that. So I'm going to change the font styles, and I'm going to change my color scheme. And once I get it changed the way I want it, I'm going to click apply to all pages. And so now my text should be, there we go, should be accurate. I don't like my numbers. Well, I don't mind them like that actually. Okay, so I'm going to edit this, so that the first letters are, we'll keep that small. Let's see. What is happening, y'all? There we go. House for sale. All right, now my letters are too scrunched up, so I'm going to click this, click on spacing, and then I'm going to give the lines some space. And then let me put the F back in here, house for sale. Now, I don't love this font, but we're not here to edit. We're here to do a QR code. So if you look on your bar on the left side, you can scroll down to apps. If you click on apps, you can search in Canva, and I would just type in QR and then hit enter, and it'll bring up all the many different QR codes that they have to offer. So if you have a QR code website that you use, just feel free to do that, download it, and upload your QR code as an image, which I'll show you how to do. The two that we're going to talk about today are just the plain QR code that Canva has and this ME-QR generator. So for the first one, I'm just going to click on QR code, and we're going to enter a URL. A URL is the website address. Okay, so for that, you would want it to lead to something like a link ladder or a lead capture or anything like that they would have to take additional steps to then get in touch with you. So I am just going to type in my company's website just so that I can use it with a QR code, and then you'll just highlight this address right here, the whole thing. You're going to click copy, and then you're going to actually paste it into this right here, and then you'll click generate code. Now you can customize this code if you want to, any color that you want, and then I can click generate code and it'll update the one that I just did. Slap that thing on your postcard, and then you'll probably want to give them some kind of instruction as to where this QR code goes. Now, if you're doing one that says like house for sale, maybe this QR code is the full listing, right? And then on the back of it, you could do another one that has a QR code for like contacting you. Contact me today to take the first step towards selling your home. You could scrunch that up and then add another QR code that leads to your leads. All right, so that is in a nutshell how you add a QR code. It's very simple. The other app that we were talking about with the MEQR, this one right here, if you click on it, it should sync to the QR codes that you've already created in that website. If you don't have the website's free to use. So if you just open a new tab, you can type in me-qr.com, enter, and you'll want to log in. If you don't have your login, you just create a login for it. You can use your Google account to sign in. Love that. And then you would just click on create QR code. Now this app, I love it for two reasons. One, you can put a QR code that links to a PDF document, to a social page, a custom URL, which is probably what you'd want, or the URL link. This is what you would want for a lead capture, which is what we're going for. So I would click on this, and then you would actually paste your link in right here. I'm just going to continue to use that same one. You can name it. Now, I would do a QR code on this for each individual postcard that you send out, create a new one, and I'll show you why in just a moment. So this one, I'm going to say just sold, and then this one's for 123 Banana Street. Oh, it's not just sold. It is, I'm going to say new listing. Okay, and then we will click customize and download QR. The cool thing on this is they have all these fun little frames and all kinds of things on here that you can use. So I could make it like this one right here. And then you can change the color of it. So again, we could just click on that red color. I want it a little brighter. Ooh, I liked this one. Okay. If you know the hex codes, again, for your colors, and I talk about hex codes in that brand kit video I mentioned earlier, you can put your hex code right here. So if you don't know it, let's go over here and go to your brand. And I will click on this, actually. Click on the color that you're wanting it to be. That's in your design. Click on the color itself up here to open those. And then you see that little code right there at the bottom, the CE0000, that is your hex code, okay? So now I can come back over here and I can say CE1234. And now it matches the exact red that's in my brand kit. All right, so once I have it the way that I want it, I can click on download QR code. I don't want to do that. Okay, your QR code is successfully downloaded. Got it. Perfect. It's up here. So now let's go back to Canva. And I'm going to come back up to this one. I'm going to get rid of this one because this is where I want to put it. And I'm going to go to Uploads. I'm going to do Upload Files. And I just downloaded that one. So I'm going to click on this QR code here. And then we're going to click Open. And it puts it into your uploaded images. So I can do my background remover. Get rid of that, and then we will shrink this down, whoops, here. And then we can add text on top of that red box right there. We could say view full listing. Shrink that down so it'll fit. Get a little bit smaller. Now that font is going to be incredibly small, as you can tell right here. It tells you the size. If I want it to be a size 10, then I can just size up this QR code to fit there. Okay, now it's there. Obviously, you would have to do some adjusting to this. So if I want to stick that there, I can. We can change the font color to white so it's easier to read. We can make that bold. Again, we're not here for editing, but my mind is telling me that needs to be fixed. So obviously the way that I had designed it up here, maybe I should have used the white instead of that black color right there, which you can change by just scrolling down, clicking on this, and then I'm going to click in the very far top left up there. Okay. All right, and then again, you can come through and change these to match the colors that you want them to be, to get this QR code the exact way that you want it. Once you fix it, you can again click download QR code. Okay, so now that's on there. And remember I said there's a reason that I use this MEQR. And if you're sending postcards or flyers in the mail, you're wanting to make sure that they are working the way that you want them to work to see if you're getting the best bang for your buck on postcard mailing. So I can click on my account up here whenever I get into MEQR, and I can click on my QR codes. And this is the one that I just made. And this is why I said you're going to want to do a new one for every postcard that you create, because it will tell you how many times the QR code was scanned and how many users scanned it. That is, here's one for an open house flyer that I did a test run on. And for her open house flyer, she had 8 scans, 7 different users. So that means that people that have went through her open house, she had a flyer talking about a free membership or transferable membership to a country club being advertised at her listing. And so this is how many times that QR code was scanned. So it's pretty cool to see, how your stuff is working. Now you can't see who scanned it, but at least you can see how many eyes have been on your content that you're trying to get them to view. So I hope that that was helpful to you, and I hope you use QR codes on your next tangible piece of content.